we're going to come to a verse, the beginning of which beautifully encapsulates the way of the believer. Allah Ta'ala says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبَكُمْ اللَّهُ, to the end of the ayah. Allah Ta'ala says, say, which may mean say, if you love God, if you love Allah, then follow me, Allah will love you and will forgive you your sins. And He's Ghafur Rahim. Inna Allah wa Wallaha Ghafur Rahim. Allah Ta'ala is forgiving and lovingly compassionate. But if you look at the beginning of the ayah, the start is love. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبَكُمْ اللَّهُ. Love and then love. The beginning of this deen's love, the end of this deen's love. This deen is love. And as our Shaykh says, Hafidhullah, no love, no deen. No love, no deen. And we're going to look at love in three aspects. What is love? What is a quality of the lovers? And love as rizq. Love is that subtlety inside of your heart that gives you muwafaqah, that puts you into conformity with the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala. And not only does it move you to be in conformity with what He wants, Jalla Jalalu, but you do it out of rida. You do it with contentment. There's no feeling of aversion inside of you. There's no, I really wish I didn't have to do that. There's no, I'm going to delay Fajr to the last 3 minutes and just do it so I can just maybe not go to hell. That's not the way of the lovers. The lovers move in conformity with what Allah Ta'ala wants out of pleasure, and they do not feel any discomfort in doing so. And the only way you could do that is if you prefer the beloved over yourself. That's true love. When the lover is annihilated in trying to please the beloved. If you look at the ayah, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Love, then following. With love, following is easy. Without love, following is very difficult. And that's why when you look at the munafiqeen, may Allah Ta'ala protect us against fisq and nifaq, they can't hide their disbelief. There's cracks, and you'll see it in them. إِذَا حَدَّثَ كَذَبَ وَإِذَا وَعَدَ أَخْلَفَ وَإِذَا تُؤْمِنَ خَانَ. When they speak, they lie. When they promise, they break the promise. When they're given a trust, they act treacherously. They can't act in a conformity with what Allah wants because they don't love Allah. And they're trying to pretend there has cracks in it. Only the true lover can fully bring himself into conformity with what Allah Ta'ala wants. What's a quality of the lovers? Restlessness. Restlessness. They cannot be quenched. There's three people who can never be quenched in this world. Talib al-dunya, the one who seeks the world. Talib al-ilm, the student of knowledge. Because the more he knows, the more he realizes he doesn't know. And then he wants more knowledge. The third is the lover. The third is the lover. There's no restfulness for the lover. If the lover is with their beloved 6 hours a day, they want 7. 7, they want 8. 8, they want 15. 15, they want 21. 21, then 24. After 24, it's what? I can do better. I can be more present. I can be more present. For them, there's no restfulness. There's restlessness. They just want to be with Him, Jalla Jalalu. Their hearts are on fire with the flames of love that we mentioned yesterday. There's no restlessness for them. There's no restfulness for them. And that's why somebody wrote to Bayazid al-Bastami, rahimahullah ta'ala, and said, metaphorically, I became drunk because I drank too much from the cup of His love. Meaning love of Allah. I became drunk because I drank too much from the cup of His love. Do you see the problem? What was problematic about that statement? What do you mean too much? What too much? The lovers, there's no too much. Bayazid Bastami replied. He said, there's someone else who drank the heavens, the seas of the heavens and the earth, meaning of love. There's somebody else who drank the seas of the heavens and the earth, and his tongue is hanging out, and he's saying, is there any more? That was his response. That's the response of the lovers. Is there any more? What more can I do? That restlessness, and that's why Abu Madian al-Ghawth radiallahu ta'ala, he says, when you taste the sweetness of munajat with Allah, when you taste the sweetness of speaking intimately with God, praying to Him, making dua to Him, sleep is removed from you. Sleep is taken away from you. Because when you taste that sweetness, you don't want to sleep. You just want to be awake. You just want to be with Him, Jalla Jalaluh. The third one is, love is rizq. Rizq is anything positive for the person that they use. Allah Ta'ala says, beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Quality of the muttaqeen, from what, which may mean from what we give them, they spend. For the scholars, it's their knowledge, they teach. For the wealthy, it's their money, they give. For the abidun, for the worshippers of Allah Ta'ala, they spend their time worshipping Him. For the zahidun, for the zahids, they try to bend their desires only for that which is pleasing to Allah Ta'ala and not being attached to the dunya in any way. For the lovers, they expend everything. Their time, their knowledge, their wealth, their moments, anything that they have, they give. Because as long as you can say, me, that love in a perfect sense is incomplete. Only Him. Less me, less I, less mine, only Him, Jalla Jalaluh. May Allah Ta'ala grant us that love. We say in the dua and say it in sajda to Allah Ta'ala in tarawih and at night. Allahumma nas'aluka hubbak wa hubba man yuhibbuk wal a'mal ladhi yubalighni hubbak. Ya Allah, I beg you, I ask you for your love and love of those whom you love and everything by which I gain your love. Beg Him for love, it's rizq. Isn't He the Razaq, Jalla Jalaluh? حسبنا الله رازق من المرزوقين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد ختم الأنبيين وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.